Mattias, a lot of talk coming in about a lot of your players hadn't been on this stage before. What was your read on the group, the way you handled the stage, and if maybe that bodes well for you moving forward?
Yeah, I was really impressed, I will say. I mean, we didn't have that many guys, but I didn't think we looked out of sorts at all. I thought we took it to them. I thought we had a really good start. Obviously, they got the first goal, but I really liked the way we started the game, and it kind of blended into the next 40 too. So I thought that part of things was really good, and yeah, hopefully nerves are out of play now when you've played that first game, and I'm sure there was some nerves on their side too. So, but just talking about our side, I thought we handled it really well, and I mean, obviously that's great to see.
Left side, Derek.
Hey, Connor. What's over here? Your line was really effective last night. I just want to ask you about yourself. It's been an up and down journey this year for you, coming off that knee injury. You look like you're skating the best that you have all year. How are you feeling right now? And maybe can you give us a thought on the ups and downs of the season to get to this point?
I feel great right now. You know, I got all my jump back. Obviously, you know, I feel like skating's a big part of my game, and coming into the year, you know, I definitely didn't have the jump that I do now, and so it was you know, a physical challenge, and it can be a mental challenge too. And so you know, I felt like I overcame a lot this year, and for me, you know, my mind was set on, you know, how, you know, the playoffs, and I know how important the playoffs is to this group, and so I wanted to do everything I could to make sure I'm ready physically, mentally for the playoffs, and you know, I feel good right now. You know, I think you know, we've been contributing, and so you know, we're having fun too. That's a big part.
Front right, Steven.
Connor, you've known McDavid for a long time. You played for Draisaitl this season. How much faith do you guys have in it as a team, in those guys specifically as leaders, carrying you through tough times and being able to respond when there's adversity?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I think you said it. They are leaders. They you know, they lead by example day in, day out with their preparation, their work ethic, the way they respond on the ice, and you know, there's no panic in our room right now. You know, we feel like we had a great process last game. Obviously, Bob came up with some big saves, and you know, but just keep at it, keep pounding at the door, and you know, good things will happen.
We'll go back right to Daniel.
For Connor, can you describe Sam Gagner's role on this team, even though he's not playing, and maybe, you know, as you guys were together a lot for the Kings series, just if there's anything kind of to help you through that experience?
Yeah, it's you know, Gags is a huge part of this group. I think anyone in that room will tell you that. You know, I think for me personally, you know, I've relied heavily on him and his friendship through some tough times early in the year, and obviously, you know, not playing in the first round, and so you know, he's been through it all in this league. You know, he's had a long road, and so he means a lot to this group, and so, you know, we love having him around. He's a great guy, great leader. You know, and not enough good things can be said about him.
Third row left, Jim.
Mattias, you only played 7:40 in the first half of the game. Was that because of the power plays and Evan was on the power play for the 2 minutes, and then when that ended, you got left on the bench?
Yeah, that seemed to happen sometimes where, well, first of all, I took a penalty, so that's not good. And then when the power play goes out, they usually go 2 minutes, and then you want to give him a breather. I mean, you can't throw him out there right away, right? So sometimes you just get behind it a little bit, but then on the flip side of that, sometimes we start with 3 kills in the first, and you'll see me out there for 10 minutes. So it just works. I guess every game is different in that regard. I don't think there was anything other than that.
We'll go over to left side along the wall.
Yeah, Mattias, is there one thing in particular that you learned last night in that game?
Learned, I don't know if you learned, well, you always do, I guess, but I think just the way we play, I think there's more that I was encouraged that I knew it probably from before the series, but you always come in and you have your doubts, but I think our best is good enough, and I think that's something the whole room is feeling as well. So it's a matter of getting there every night. That's the hard part of it, but I thought we were decently close last night. I do think we have another level, but again, I was encouraged by last night in a lot of ways, and hopefully we can get to that whether there's 1 or 2 levels extra we can find, get to that tomorrow.
We'll take a couple more in English, and then we'll switch to Swedish. We'll go third row on the left to Mark.
Mattias, specific to Darnell Nurse, you've been around a long time. He's having a bit of a run in this playoffs where he's not having great luck. He has a 3-on-2, plays it perfect, pucks in his net anyway. We watched that Dallas game the other night, one off his rear end, another goofy one. You know, the playoffs have not been so kind to him luck-wise. Have you been through something like that, and how do you let that not affect your play?
First off, I think Darnell is a super pro, and he works so hard to make sure he's on the right side of things. And I'm sure his luck is going to come. There's a lot of hockey left to be played this year. So, but yeah, with what you said, there's going to be times where there's games where you just step on the ice, you feel like it's going to happen a goal against, like that always. There's games throughout, and even. That's the thing too. When you have one of those games, it seems to be like 5 or 6. You just got to make sure you stop it. But we're in the Cup Final now, so he's done some good things too. Like he's heavily relied upon in our team, and you don't get to this point without guys playing well. There's going to be tough luck along the way, but I think what I've seen out of him has been really impressive. Is just the way he shrugs it off, and he knows he's a big part of this team, and you saw some of the games that, he had 12 hits the one night, and he's a big impactful player for us as well. It's just bad luck's going to happen, and I'm sure he's going to find some luck here in this series.
Last one in English, Bob.
Mattias, Philip Broberg played a career high last night on his offside. How would you assess his performance?
Amazing. I think it feels like he's played the whole playoffs and just taken steps, but it's only been 4 games, but he's looked amazing. I think his confidence level is at the way, well, I've only been here and seen him for a handful of games, but I think the way he's playing right now is his confidence, his just grabbing the puck on the breakouts and just skates out of trouble. He skates like anyone. He's amazing back there when he gets his feet moving, and I think that he's been a huge energy boost and a huge insert for us on the back end here, and I hope he keeps it going because he looks really well.
And we'll switch to Swedish, fourth row on the right. We'll go to Per.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, I got this one.
Mattias. Vilken är den starkaste känslan idag? Är det tillförsikt för att ni spelar så bra, eller är det frustration att ni fick stryk fast ni spelade så bra?
Ja, men det är väl lite båda, tycker jag. Måste jag ändå säga, allt snack var på hur aggressiva Florida skulle vara, och vi skulle inte kunna spela pucken överhuvudtaget egentligen. Men det kändes ändå som att den sidan av spelet och mycket av spelet gjorde vi bra. Sen så var det en målvakt som stod på huvudet åt dem, och visst ger han all cred, men jag tycker att fortsätter vi att spela på det sättet som vi kan, så som du säger, det är ändå positivt på det sättet vi spelar och på det sättet vi kan skapa chanser också. Så att fortsätter vi med det, så ska de spela så här i 6 matcher till, så då kan det väl ändå tala för oss, tycker jag, med den offensiva spetsen vi har.